Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make a pumpkin pie pudding. Now, depending upon when you're watching this, I know this is not strictly the fall, and a lot of people think of pumpkin and pumpkin spice things as just a fall treat, but I love pumpkin and I love pudding, and you just don't eat popcorn at the movies, do you? So you can eat pumpkin whenever you want. This is America. We have pumpkin year round. Anyway, so now one of the other reasons I wanted to do this is I've been wanting to do this for a little while to kind of make it a little bit less on the sugar, a little bit more carb friendly. So that's what we're going to do today. I'll have the, in the recipe, I'll also have the measurements if you want to make it with regular brown sugar and regular cane sugar. Well, that's actually reversed. But anyway, we're going to make it today with Truvia. Truvia, is that how it's said, right? Cane sugar blend, which is 75% less calories and carbs than regular sugar. And we're going to use the Truvia Sweet Complete Brown Sugar. Now, with this brand, at least anyway, the brown sugar version is cup for cup, the same that you would use in any other recipe, okay? But keep in mind, the blend is, I should remember this, I don't know why, but it's 2 times as sweet. So you want to use half of what you would use for regular cane sugar. All right, the next thing we're going to need that I want to talk a little bit about is our 100% pure pumpkin puree. You don't want pumpkin pie mixture because that's already sugared, okay? So we're going to use the pure pumpkin. And then we need some evaporated milk. Nobody really uses evaporated milk anymore. I don't hear about it that much. My grandmother used to have it in her coffee. That's all she ever had in coffee was evaporated milk. We talked about our sugar. We need 2 eggs beaten. All right, we need 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm using salted. You can use unsalted if you want. And you want that to be, you don't want it to be hot. So don't take it right out of the microwave. Microwave it and let it cool down a little bit. It doesn't have to be totally cold, but we don't want it to cook the eggs. All right, and then as usual with anything kind of pumpkin spice, we've got cinnamon, nutmeg, ground nutmeg, ground cloves, and some ground ginger. All right, and we need a little bit of vanilla extract and a little bit of salt. All right, believe it or not, that's all that there is to it. So like I said, I'm going to make a little bit lower sugar version of this. There's no crust. I've seen a couple of these recipes where you use flour in it. This recipe doesn't call for flour. I've made this many times before, like I said, with the brown sugar and the sugar. So hopefully it's going to come out as delicious as I hope it is. One other thing I want to talk about is you need a 9.5-inch deep dish pie pan, all right, which I have generously buttered. All right, now it looks really pretty. The presentation is nice in the pie plate. We're not going to serve it like a pie. We're just going to scoop it out like a pudding, but it looks pretty in there. Or you want a 7 by 11 pan, or more importantly, a pan that's at least 1.5 quarts, okay? Or pan, is that a pan? Baking dish, all right? I'm going to use the pie plate today just because it looks pretty. Usually I do it in this because I like this because it's got a cover for leftovers. All right, I'm going to get rid of everything. We're just going to throw it together and then we'll get it in the oven, which is preheated at 350 on the middle rack. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay guys, this goes together really quick. We got our pumpkin puree here. I'm going to get it all nice in our bowl. Now of course you can do this by hand. You want to do it with a whisk because you want to make sure this gets really nice and smooth. Or a hand mixer, of course. I don't have a hand mixer. That's one thing I keep saying. I'm going to pick one up. I need to get a hand mixer. All right, so we got our pumpkin puree in there. We got our brown sugar and our white sugar. All right, we can throw our butter in there as well. Wade wanted to make sure I pointed out to you that I put the vanilla in with the slightly beaten eggs. Ooh, get that nice pumpkin smell and then the sweetness of the sugar. All right, let's get this on our mixer and give this a little mix. Get everything incorporated. Smells like fall, but it's the end of winter. Today it was actually pretty warm up in our area, definitely from what it's been lately. Like right now we're only 38 degrees right now, but we were 40 earlier. I got all my spices in there. We'll give that a little turn. And then we got our eggs and our vanilla. I put my butter in there. Scrape our egg out. So of course this is going to bake up and become like a pudding. Ideally, that's what it's supposed to happen. All right, and we can start to drizzle our evaporated milk in. And just drizzle it in somewhat slowly so it doesn't splatter all over the place. Come up with it. Now, as you can see, I've got a sheet pan with a little, you want one that has that little bit higher edges on them. Now, we're going to do technically, I guess, a water bath, but normally when you do a water bath, you want to make sure that it comes up halfway to the pan that is your mixture is in. In this case, really what we're looking for is we want that moisture so that the oven will have a little bit of steam to it to keep our pudding nice and moist. Excuse me. That looks about good. You just want it all nice and smooth. All right, we can unplug our mixer before we take our beater off because you don't want to get your fingers stuck in there. And remember, if you got your glass bowl, don't bang your beater on the edge of it. This is the metal one, so we can do that. Smells good. So we got our buttered 9.5 inch deep dish pie pan, and this should fit all in here. You could even do this in little ramekins if you want, or like the little like if you make flan or something, which we should do. You bought me a nice whole flan set. It's been a while, and I've never used it, have I? Not yet.
I'll use anything I bring you.
I can use everything you got me. Today is also, depending upon you watching this, guys, today is Valentine's Day. All right, that's all there is to it. We got a little bit of chunky piece in there, but that's all right. It'll still work. All right, so then I'll clean up that little drop. And we just want to pour it. Now, I wonder, we'll carry it over.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
It'll be fine. But he doesn't trust me. Which he has reason to, I hate to admit. I'm a bit of a klutz. But that's it. We just want to, I got there's about 2 cups of water. So you're going to use, or maybe there was a little bit less, about 1.5 cups or so. All right. Now, like I said, we got our oven set at 350. We've got our rack in the middle, and as we go over to the stove, you'll see that my stove is not put together because I cleaned it this morning, and I haven't put it back together yet. Pulled it apart and cleaned everything. So far, so good. All right. Of course, we're going to open this and let all our heat out, but that's all right. Whoop, almost.
Ooh.
Almost burnt myself, but. All right, guys. Now, that's going to take anywhere between 50 and 55, 65 minutes. Now, what's going to be the factor? Depends upon how large of a pan you've used or how much of the surface is, spread out. Like for instance in this, we'd get a little bit thicker of a pudding, but it would take a little bit longer to cook because the surface area is smaller. Okay, set a timer for 55 minutes.
Sure, 55 minutes. And we're starting now.
Yay! All right, so I'm going to keep my eye on it. We want to let it cook. You'll notice the top will start to crack a little bit. It'll start to look dry. And a toothpick inserted into it will come out clean. So we'll check it at 55 minutes, maybe a little bit earlier. I'll keep my eye on it and we'll test it. And if it's not done, we'll throw it back in for a few minutes. So we'll see you in roughly 54 minutes and 32 seconds. 30, 29, 27,
and cut.
And cut. All right, guys, mine has taken just about 65 minutes to get to the point where I felt the toothpick was coming out clean enough. Just to make sure, I did put it in for another 7 minutes. So again, you're gonna have to keep an eye on yours. Hot. Let's put it up here and we'll give it a quick test. The top looks dry. I thought maybe we'd get a couple more cracks than we did, but anyways, if we take a nice clean toothpick and we stick it in the middle, pull it out, it has come out clean. All right, we got a little bit of our pumpkin pie, but there's no big chunks or anything or like that. All right, so let's bring it on over to the other counter. Now that will continue to firm up a little bit more. We've got a few cracks along the side. Let's put it on the cooling rack. Now, the unfortunate thing about this dessert is it must thoroughly cool. It will start to firm up a little bit more as it starts to cool. When I say thoroughly, I would say bring it to room temperature or down well close to it. You can heat it, you can serve it a little bit warm, but you want it to hold its shape, of course. All right, we'll see you guys for dessert. Okay, everybody, we're back, and it's time for dessert. It smells delicious. Well, it doesn't look delicious. Well, it does, but it's delicious. When it said, anyway, it tastes much better than
It looks like. Yeah.
Looks like pudding to me.
Wow. That is really good.
Yeah.
It is good.
I mean, it does taste like pumpkin pie a bit.
It does. Yeah.
It's a little softer and
Melts in your mouth.
it's almost a little moussey like too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
It is.
And even better than that, it's low in carb. I think it tastes exactly like the other, the one with the regular brown sugar and white sugar. It's still a little tiny bit warm. Huh?
Yeah,
Is yours? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel it. Yep. Anyway, I love it. I hope you guys had fun watching us make our dessert tonight. And I hope you make it.
Yeah. This is really good. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Ciao.